Is that?
Well, you know, amazingly, about 3 years ago, I got invited over there to go to a kickboxing event in Moscow. And I thought, well, you know, I've never been.
In the world of American action heroes, Chuck Norris stands out as a legend of both action and humor. Known for his tough-as-nails roles in martial arts films and his iconic TV show, Walker, Texas Ranger in the 1990s, Norris captivated audiences with his larger-than-life persona. But beyond the action sequences and famous Chuck Norris facts, his real life has remained intriguingly complex. Now, at 84, Norris's daughter is opening up, revealing a side to the action star that fans have long wondered about. Join us as we explore the untold truths behind the myth and man, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is a name synonymous with action, martial arts, and larger-than-life heroes. To many, he is the embodiment of strength, discipline, and unwavering resolve. Yet, behind the fame, the movies, and the iconic TV show Walker, Texas Ranger, lies a man whose life has been shaped by hardship, tragedy, and a relentless drive to overcome the obstacles set before him. Norris's story is not just one of celebrity and success, but of struggle, resilience, and the complex dynamics of family life. His journey, marked by a troubled childhood and remarkable achievements, provides a deeper understanding of the man who has become a cultural icon. Early life and struggles with family. Chuck Norris was born as Carlos Ray Norris on March 10, 1940, in Ryan, Oklahoma, to Ray Norris, a World War II veteran, and Wilma, his mother. Norris's early years were marred by hardship, as he was raised in a home plagued by the effects of his father's alcoholism. Ray Norris, who had served in the war, returned home a changed man, deeply scarred by his experiences. This had a profound impact on the Norris family, as Ray struggled to adjust to civilian life, turning to alcohol as a way to cope with the trauma he had experienced during the war. His addiction created a chaotic and unsafe environment at home, and his volatile behavior frequently placed the family in danger. The instability of Chuck's early years is something he poignantly describes in his memoir, Against All Odds. My story. As a young boy, he witnessed his father's frequent rages, which were often fueled by alcohol. His mother, a steadfast and strong figure, tried her best to shield her children from the worst of the violence. But it wasn't always possible. Chuck and his younger brother, Wayland, would often retreat to the safety of their bedroom, hearing the shouts and crashes from the next room. Chuck's memories of these early years are colored with fear and uncertainty, and it's clear from his writing that his relationship with his father was strained, to say the least. One of the most harrowing experiences Chuck recalls is the night when his father, drunk behind the wheel, drove the family back from Oklahoma to Arizona. Ray Norris's reckless driving caused a fatal accident that took the life of a woman, cementing the family's already fractured relationship with him. The incident was a turning point for Chuck, who realized the full extent of his father's inability to change. Ray Norris was convicted and sentenced to a work camp. But even that did not offer the closure the family needed. When he was released, Ray immediately returned to his old habits, forcing the Norris family to confront the reality that their hopes for his rehabilitation had been in vain. This trauma ultimately led to Chuck Norris taking matters into his own hands. On one particularly frightening occasion, his father became violent with his mother. Chuck, then a teenager, confronted his father, armed with a hammer. Fortunately, Ray's intoxication left him incapable of seeing the threat for what it was, and Chuck was able to protect his mother from harm. It was a pivotal moment for Norris, a moment of clarity that led to his family finally leaving his father's chaotic influence for good. The weight of these experiences shaped Chuck Norris's worldview, instilling in him a sense of self-reliance, strength, and resilience that would define his later career in martial arts and acting. Despite the tumult of his early life, Chuck Norris found solace in one place: the movies. He became captivated by the westerns and action films of the time, where stoic heroes faced down adversity with unwavering resolve. He idolized the cowboys on screen, seeing in them a reflection of the type of man he aspired to be: strong, capable, and in control. These cinematic figures were an escape for young Chuck, and he used them as inspiration in his own life. They gave him hope that a better, more stable life was possible, even if it seemed far out of reach at the time. Martial arts and the Air Force. Chuck Norris's life began to change when he enlisted in the United States Air Force in 1958. At the age of 18, he was stationed at Osan Air Base in South Korea. It was here that two pivotal events occurred, each playing a significant role in shaping his future. The first was his acquisition of the nickname Chuck. Though he had been named Carlos Ray Norris at birth, his new nickname stuck with him throughout his life. The second, and perhaps more consequential, was his introduction to Tang Soo Do, a Korean martial art. During his time in South Korea, Norris began training in Tang Soo Do, and his passion for martial arts was ignited. What started as a curiosity soon turned into an obsession. He dedicated himself to mastering the techniques and philosophy of martial arts, using it as a way to channel his energy and focus, much like he had once used his childhood dreams of being a cowboy. Martial arts became a lifeline for Chuck, offering him a sense of discipline and control that had been absent from his tumultuous home life. Upon returning to the United States in 1962 after his discharge, Norris's martial arts journey continued. He opened his own dojo and began competing in tournaments. Initially, his performance was lackluster, but Chuck was determined and his perseverance paid off. He gradually improved, achieving success in various competitions, including the prestigious International Karate Championships and the S. Henry Cho All-American Karate Championship. By 1968, Norris had claimed the Professional Middleweight Karate Championship title, a title he would hold for 6 consecutive years. These victories cemented his place as a dominant force in the martial arts world, and his reputation grew rapidly. Norris's martial arts success also opened doors in Hollywood. In 1972, he made his acting debut in The Green Hornet, where he faced off against Bruce Lee in the iconic fight scene that would go down in cinematic history. The success of this film launched his acting career, and by the mid-1970s, Norris had established himself as a skilled and versatile actor in the action genre. The Hollywood breakthrough, Chuck Norris's breakthrough in Hollywood, came in 1972 when he starred opposite Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon, also known as Return of the Dragon in the U.S. The film, which became a massive box office success, marked the beginning of Norris's ascension to fame. As Bruce Lee's on-screen adversary, Norris showcased his martial arts prowess in one of the most memorable fight scenes ever captured on film. This moment not only solidified Norris's status as a martial arts star, but also introduced him to a global audience. Following the success of Way of the Dragon, Norris starred in a number of films that cemented his reputation as an action star, including Good Guys Wear Black, 1978, The Octagon, 1980, and Missing in Action, 1984. By the 1990s, he became a household name thanks to his role in Walker, Texas Ranger, a television series that ran from 1993 to 2001. In the series, Norris portrayed Cordell Walker, a Texas Ranger with a deep sense of justice and honor. The show, a mix of action, drama, and martial arts, was a huge hit and helped to further cement his place in American pop culture. Legacy and impact beyond the movies. Chuck Norris's legacy extends into his contributions to martial arts and his role as an inspiration to many. His dedication to discipline and self-improvement has inspired countless individuals to pursue martial arts, and his achievements in the ring remain a high watermark for competitors in the field. Norris's philosophy, which emphasizes humility, respect, and perseverance, has influenced not just martial artists, but also athletes and individuals in various fields who have drawn inspiration from his example. In addition to his martial arts and acting achievements, Chuck Norris became a symbol of toughness and resilience in American popular culture, particularly through the viral phenomenon of Chuck Norris facts. These internet memes, which exaggerated his strength and invincibility, only enhanced his legendary status, adding a humorous layer to his already larger-than-life persona. Early life and inspiration. Chuck Norris's journey began far from the glitzy lights of Hollywood. Born as Carlos Ray Norris on March 10, 1940, in Ryan, Oklahoma, his childhood was shaped by hardship and a struggle for stability. Named after a respected minister, Carlos Berry, and carrying his father Ray Norris's name as his middle name, Chuck grew up in a family that faced constant challenges. His father, a World War II veteran, returned home deeply affected by the horrors of war, which contributed to his battle with alcoholism. Chuck's memoir, Against All Odds. My story sheds light on the darker side of his early life, detailing the difficulties he endured due to his father's addiction, the volatility it brought to their home, and the strain it placed on his family. Watching his mother, a pillar of resilience, cope with the circumstances inspired Norris with an early understanding of inner strength, a theme he would carry throughout his career and eventually integrate into his life philosophy. Growing up, Chuck found solace in the cowboy heroes he watched on the big screen. Cowboys were tough yet moral figures, facing adversity with stoicism, a sharp contrast to the chaos in his own home. This admiration for cowboys laid the foundation for the tough, principled characters Norris would later portray in film. In his teenage years, Norris remained quiet, introverted, and often retreated into his own world due to his family's instability. Instead of engaging in typical childhood activities, he gravitated towards personal discipline, a trait that would soon align with his growing passion for martial arts. Military service and martial arts beginnings. In 1958, Norris joined the United States Air Force, a decision that marked a pivotal turning point. Stationed at Osan Air Base in South Korea, he served as an air policeman and found a new sense of purpose and camaraderie within the military structure. It was during his service here that he encountered Tang Soo Do, a traditional Korean martial art, sparking a fascination that would define his future. Immersed in the rigorous training, Norris discovered both a physical outlet and a mental discipline that helped him overcome his insecurities. This dedication led to rapid progress in martial arts, and he earned his nickname, Chuck, which would stay with him for life. Tang Soo Do became a vital influence, later inspiring him to develop his own hybrid martial arts form, Chun Kuk Do, the Universal Way. After returning to the U.S. in 1962, he continued serving at March Air Force Base in California until his discharge. Chuck's ambition to build a career began immediately upon leaving the Air Force, and he returned to civilian life with a sense of purpose. His first goal was to pursue a career in law enforcement, applying to become a police officer in Torrance, California. However, as he waited for placement, Norris took the initiative to open his first martial arts studio, which would become a cornerstone of his burgeoning career. Running his studio allowed Norris to dedicate himself to martial arts and develop the skills that would later carry him through a highly successful competition career. Transitioning to film and defining a genre. In 1977, Norris took his first starring role in Breaker. Breaker, a film notable for its focus on story rather than pure action. The low-budget production achieved surprising success at the box office, solidifying Norris's appeal to audiences. A year later, he starred in Good Guys Wear Black, a project Norris took control over, demonstrating his foresight and entrepreneurial spirit. Facing studio reluctance, Norris and his team adopted an innovative distribution model by renting theaters directly and keeping profits, a groundbreaking approach that paid off handsomely. The film grossed over $18 million, making it a major success and establishing Norris as America's first homegrown martial arts star. By introducing a distinctly American style to martial arts films, Good Guys Wear Black marked a shift from the imported Hong Kong kung fu movies, infusing the genre with uniquely American settings, characters, and themes. Norris's roles continued to explore patriotic themes and all-American characters, reflecting his pride in his country and military background. In A Force of One, 1979, he played a world karate champion aiding the police, a role conceived while promoting Good Guys Wear Black. This film reinforced his reputation for playing strong, righteous characters while adding a layer of intrigue to the narrative. His next major film, The Octagon, 1980, introduced ninjas to American audiences, combining martial arts with espionage and paving the way for future ninja films in Hollywood. Expanding influence and legacy. Beyond his film career, Norris extended his influence into the fitness world, launching the Chuck Norris Fitness System, a comprehensive exercise guide. He also became a pop culture icon, inspiring video games, animated shows like Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos, and a Marvel comic adaptation. His dedication to physical fitness led to his association with Total Gym fitness equipment, a partnership that became iconic through long-running infomercials with supermodel Christy Brinkley. Norris continued to diversify his career, entering the world of television with Walker, Texas Ranger in 1993. The show became a massive hit, running for 8 seasons and gaining an enduring fan base. Norris's portrayal of Texas Ranger Cordell Walker, tough, moral, and unyielding, cemented his status as a cultural icon. Norris used his influence to share his life philosophy, publishing The Secret of Inner Strength. My Story, 1988, which became a bestseller, followed by The Secret Power Within. Zen Solutions to Real Problems in 1996. Norris's journey from a quiet, troubled child to a martial arts legend and action star epitomizes the power of perseverance and transformation. His life's work remains a blueprint for the genre of American martial arts and action cinema. Through his iconic roles, martial arts schools, books, and philanthropic efforts, Norris has carved an indelible legacy in both entertainment and personal empowerment. Chuck Norris's legacy as one of the most influential and enduring figures in Hollywood is firmly established, not only for his martial arts prowess and action-packed roles, but also for his far-reaching cultural impact. While his career has been marked by various phases, his ability to adapt to changing times, both on and off the screen, has ensured that he remains a beloved figure to this day. Let's dive deeper into his journey, tracing the pivotal moments that solidified him as a cultural icon, expanding on the details of his life and career that go beyond the familiar tales. Early beginnings and breakthrough into Hollywood. Chuck Norris's rise to fame in Hollywood did not come without struggle. Born in Ryan, Oklahoma, on March 10, 1940, he grew up in a modest household with limited resources. Raised by his mother after his parents divorced, Norris faced a difficult childhood, often being bullied for his perceived weaknesses. These formative experiences shaped his later persona and gave him the drive to excel in martial arts. By the time he enlisted in the U.S. Air Force in the late 1950s, Norris had already developed an intense interest in martial arts, which would become the cornerstone of his life and career. In the early 1970s, after establishing himself as a martial arts champion, holding black belts in various disciplines like Tang Soo Do and karate, Norris transitioned into acting. His first significant role came in 1972 in the film Breaker, a low-budget action film where he starred as a trucker fighting corruption. Although the film didn't achieve significant critical acclaim, it set the stage for his future career. Norris soon became known for his tough guy persona and martial arts expertise, but he was much more selective in his choices than just taking any action role that came his way. A shift in Hollywood. The birth of an American action hero. Norris's career took a major turn in 1978 with the release of Good Guys Wear Black. The film, which he both starred in and produced, marked his first foray into roles that would define his career. An American hero using his martial arts skills to fight injustice. Despite initial reluctance from studios to distribute the film, Norris and his team took matters into their own hands by independently renting theaters. This gamble paid off, as the film grossed over $18 million at the box office, an impressive sum given its modest $1 million budget. It was with Good Guys Wear Black that Chuck Norris solidified himself as the first American martial arts star, breaking away from the trend of importing Hong Kong-based kung fu films. He introduced an innovative fusion of martial arts with American sensibilities, focusing not just on action, but also on storytelling. The film's success opened doors for other similar films, like A Force of One, 1979, and The Octagon, 1980, further cementing his reputation as one of the genre's leading actors. The 1980s saw Norris at his peak. Films like Missing in Action, 1984, and its sequels turned him into a box office sensation, especially for portraying Colonel James Braddock, a soldier on a mission to rescue prisoners of war from Vietnam. These films played into the audience's desire for high-stakes adventure, nationalistic themes, and larger-than-life heroes. Norris's stardom continued to grow throughout the decade, with Code of Silence, 1985, and Invasion USA, 1985, establishing him as a versatile action star capable of handling crime dramas as well as intense action thrillers. In addition to his work in action films, Norris began to carve a niche for himself in other forms of entertainment. He became a part of popular culture through animated TV shows like Karate Commandos, 1986, where he voiced a fictionalized version of himself as the leader of a team of elite operatives. The show, though short-lived, highlighted his widespread appeal, even among younger audiences. Personal struggles and family life. Despite his public success, Chuck Norris's personal life has not always been without challenges. He married his high school sweetheart, Diane K. Holchek, in 1958, and the two had 3 children. However, their marriage ended in divorce after 30 years, following Norris's emotional and physical absence during the filming of the Delta Force in the late 1980s. His personal struggles and the toll his career took on his relationships were not always openly discussed, but the end of his first marriage was a difficult chapter in his life. In 1998, Norris married Gina O'Kelly, a former model 23 years his junior. Their union has been marked by the joy of raising 2 children together, as well as overcoming personal challenges. However, their journey took a darker turn when O'Kelly became seriously ill due to complications from an MRI scan. The resulting condition, known as gadolinium deposition disease, led to numerous health issues for O'Kelly, including tremors, cognitive problems, and severe pain. Norris dedicated himself to supporting her through these difficult times, advocating for those affected by similar illnesses. The couple also faced significant financial strain due to the extensive medical bills that accumulated during O'Kelly's treatment. Despite the health struggles, Chuck Norris remained a steadfast and loving partner, and his ability to support his family through challenging times showed a different side of his character, one rooted in compassion and resilience. In addition to his dedication to his family, Norris also used his public platform to raise awareness about medical issues and was involved in charity work, particularly advocating for veterans and promoting martial arts education through his Kickstart Kids program. Legacy and continued influence. By 2017, Chuck Norris had largely retreated from the public eye, focusing on his family and advocacy work. However, his enduring influence in pop culture was undeniable, and he continued to receive recognition for his contributions to the entertainment industry. In 2010, Norris was honored as an honorary member of the Texas Rangers, further solidifying his status as a cultural icon associated with heroism and American values. As of 2024, Chuck Norris remains a beloved figure in Hollywood, and his remarkable career is often revisited through retrospectives and fan celebrations. Although his most recent public appearances have been limited, his contributions to the martial arts and entertainment worlds have left an indelible mark. His fame extends beyond just his movies and television shows. He has become a symbol of toughness, integrity, and the ability to transcend generations, appealing to both older and younger audiences alike. Chuck Norris's net worth, estimated at $70 million by Forbes, reflects not just his acting career, but also his ventures into fitness, television, and even video games. Despite the occasional ups and downs of his personal and professional life, Chuck Norris's legacy is secure, and he continues to inspire future generations with his story of overcoming adversity, embracing challenges, and living life with strength, humor, and resilience. His career will always be remembered as one of the most iconic in Hollywood history, and he remains, to this day, a larger-than-life figure in both the entertainment industry and in popular culture.